And welcome back to the MTG Rundown. My name's Andrew.
I am happy.
And I'm Elijah.
And today we have a special guest. We have Colin.
Mockery.
Close, no cigar. Man, if Colin Mockery played Magic, that'd be great. But anyways, we'll get on from there. But yeah, Colin, go and introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Colin. I play here at the store. That's about all I got.
Cool, awesome. That's great.
Colin's a person.
I'm a
Plays
person.
Magic at the store.
He usually beats me.
Wears orange.
He wins a lot.
High-vis.
Wins a lot.
Yeah.
Did very well in our store championship. I think you took second.
Yep, second.
Second with Spirits. That was fun.
Yeah.
I felt you were cheated, but it's cool. It's fine. No, I'm kidding. I say this as the head judge of that event, but you know. But anyways, we brought him on because he actually just recently did a major tournament up in Milwaukee for Modern and took third place. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
What's
super
the
cool.
price
Cool.
for third place at a tournament like that?
How much money did you make, Colin?
And while you're at it, just list out your finances.
How is tax season going for you?
There's wacky digits on the credit card. No, we split the top four actually.
Oh, cool.
So
Okay.
It was 1,300 for all four players.
Wow.
So, which is good for me
Nice.
because I lost. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, listen, bronze medal, not too bad. And how many people were there? Like,
Yeah, I think we had 191. For
Okay.
the
Wow.
That's pretty good.
yeah,
Wow.
That's pretty
big
good.
field.
yeah.
Third place out of 191 is pretty great.
That's pretty good.
Traditionally, that's good.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you were fourth, you wouldn't be here.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
what are you
I mean,
doing,
yeah,
Colin?
I
I mean,
mean,
come on.
trash.
You'd be in the
not
garbage.
even podium.
Not even podium.
No, we're not going to post about it online.
You'd be like that meme of the guy being really super excited with a
Yes.
champagne bite in the middle,
Yeah.
just last on the list.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's exactly how it would be.
Yeah.
But no, it looks like when we heard about it, we were like, crap, we got to get him on here because this is awesome. We love talking about the major tournaments. Happy loves Modern.
It's true.
So
I
I'm
do.
here.
I do. I like modern.
He's here because he doesn't believe in real formats. But
It's
that's
true.
fine.
It's true. We need someone to warm the bench, you know?
Hey, good job, Elijah. You got this.
See, I'm here to add the commentary of someone who doesn't know what you're talking about
It's
for
true.
the people in the audience.
It's valuable.
I can ask the
It
important
is-
question.
It is valuable. It is valuable.
He'd be like this. Be like, so, what was that?
What is a fetch land?
What? So third place. It looks like you were playing Tamir Rhino. So tell us about the deck.
Yeah, it's been a blast. I built the deck initially in January based on some listings. I call it a combo deck because it's got 8 Cascade spells and only 1 target.
Sure.
So it's a real powerful deck, very interactive, but it's also pretty simple to play in my opinion. You have some narrow lines at certain games, but overall it's a pretty straightforward game plan.
Why did you choose rhinos?
Biggest reason, going into the tournament, we thought Hammer Time was going to be the most popular deck.
Sure,
And I
that's a
believe-
fair
That's a
assumption.
fair assessment.
I
That's a
think
fair
we had
assumption.
Very fair.
37 Hammer Time decks registered.
It's
Yeah.
gross.
So
Yeah.
the full Fora Fury, and I played the full Fora Force of Vigor in the sideboard. It's just a very good matchup for the deck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah,
You
yeah.
played
definitely.
it because Hammer Time.
It was a Hammer Time, yeah.
No, that's fair.
yeah.
That,
I mean,
I like it.
That's fair. Like
When
yeah.
you're entering into like a competitive meta like that, you gotta see like, okay, you know what the most popular deck is going in. You gotta play against it. You have to expect it. I know when I did Star City Games Philly back in 2020, early before the COVID stuff happened, I did Standard and I was playing Azorius Control because Azorius Control was just hot and it's good against Mono Red at the time, but my worst matchup was Tamir Reclamation.
Yeah.
So it was like you always have a game plan going into those things. And yeah, no, I can definitely see why Rhinos would do so well.
Yeah, you got to be aware of the metagame, right?
Visagi.
Like you just gotta.
Visagi's in there.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
but of course
because-
Visagiu is
because
in there.
Visagi, who endures, is a very good card.
Did you fight a lot of Hammer Time decks?
I in all of my days of playing, so we had day 1 and day 2. My brother played the same 75 as I did as well. We didn't see any Hammer Time.
Really? I was going to ask if
So
you'd seen a
it's-
lion
yeah,
set.
so
or
it's
anything,
like what? So like 15% of the people there are playing one deck, and you just
We didn't
didn't
see
see
it.
it. That's pretty great.
That's
That's
pretty
pretty
nice.
great.
We had pinned the metagame on Grixis Death Shadow and Hammer Time as the 2 most popular decks, and we played none of them.
That's hilarious.
That's great.
That's
for,
pretty
for
great.
planning to fight those decks, you still hit third.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
mean,
I know.
something happened
well,
correctly.
because every time I see someone playing rhinos, I want to die because I don't want to deal with it.
It's a good. Well, here's
It's
the thing.
really good.
It's a good deck all the way around. So yeah, even though it's a favorable matchup against the more popular decks, it's still good overall.
At worst, you have 2 4/4s with trample for 3 mana.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good last
just a
I
little
checked.
bit. Just a little bit.
Last
So
I
just so I
checked.
understand,
Yeah.
Okay, here
the
we go.
point of it is to hit the Cascade card.
Yeah.
And when you hit the Cascade card, it only has one target, which is the Rhino.
Yep, which
Yeah.
is Crashing Footfalls.
So you always hit Crashing Footfalls with every Cascade.
Yes.
Yes.
I've tinkered around with some sideboard options to kind of utilize that ability of only having one target. For this tournament, I actually swapped them out because we wanted, going in with the Grixis Death Shadow matchups, we wanted Blood Moons and Leyline of Sanctity.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Versus
Yeah.
some of the other cards we've had. But it's the ability to back up your Rhino spells or your Shardless Agents with the Force of Negations, with the Prismari commands. There's so much interaction on top of it.
Well, because
that it's
the
such a
only target they
straightforward
have
plan.
for you is those two. If they
Yeah.
stop you from that, you do nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So you got to watch out for your Chalice of the Voids, your Void Mirrors. Those are kind of the 2 big ones that are up in the air.
Chalice on 3.
Right.
Well.
Chalice on 0.
Oh, 0. You're right. Yeah. my
Yeah.
bad.
Chalice
I
on
forget
0.
that.
Ouch.
Yep, even Little Teferi stops it. So
Yeah.
there's certain matchups that you get like almost a small inner game inside of your game, and I got to prevent you from doing your thing to do my thing.
Sweet.
Gotcha. So it looks like you went 6-0-2.
Yep.
So
Which
what,
is
what were the 2
great.
losses? What decks did you have a trouble?
What did we draw?
2 draws.
Oh,
2 draws, yeah.
So what 2 decks were the draws against?
Yeah,
if you
so
remember.
on round 6, me and one of my teammates we went with were both 5-0, and we got paired against each other.
Oof.
And at that point, we were both hungry. We sat down for about 15 minutes and did the math in between rounds, and decided if we both took a draw in round 6, that we could go get food because that was the most important thing.
Yeah.
But also, either of us would only need to win one more game of our next 2 matches in order to make top 8.
Okay.
So as a team decision, instead of putting one person a game behind and another person a game ahead, we took the ID with the intention of both making top 8. Unfortunately, he saw his like 2 worst matchups in round 7 and 8.
man.
That's rough.
That is rough.
So I ID'd against a teammate, and then in round 8, I was 6-0-1, and my other opponent was 6-0-1, so we were able to ID into the top 8 to guarantee.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I love that hidden meta game that comes in when you're late game. You're undefeated. It's like, okay, wait a minute. Can I take a draw to go get some McDonald's?
Yeah, see, that's, which is a problem because they used to have a lunch break
Yeah.
for tournaments that went that long, which
Yeah,
they
it's-
still should.
They
'cause,
should. Oh,
like,
they
holy
should.
Shit, playing Magic for 8 hours, like
I did that. Star City Games Philly. It was very, very rough.
Yeah.
I was lucky that that my spouse and I came prepared because we both had our backpacks and we filled all that up with snacks to go. That's something very important, folks. If you go to do a major competitive tournament where you're going to be there 8+ hours, pack food with you.
Yeah,
I
for
promise
real.
you that meal you get at McDonald's is not going to last because all your Finkel power is going to take that food away.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big energy drink drinker, but when you go to these tournaments, water.
Yes.
Yeah, oh my God. Yeah,
Water
yeah,
all
yeah,
day.
yeah, yeah.
So, what was your favorite matchup you went against?
Favorite matchup had to have been against the Infect deck. One of our other teammates we came with was playing Infect, and we had practiced prior to the start of the tournament. And I kid you not, I lost 4 games in a row, 4 best of 3s in a row. We got 1 game out of all of our matches.
Oh, no.
And I got paired against Infect and was able to squeeze out a 2-1 victory.
Nice.
But it was a blast. My opponent was awesome to play against. A real good guy.
It always makes it nice when you're able to go against a good guy. It's a good, like, it's still competitive, but you can still have fun at the same time.
Yeah.
That's hard to see. It's hard to find that sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
That's good. How about worst matchup?
Worst matchup is got to be the 4-color money pile. So there's
4-color money pile is it's everybody's worst matchup, including the person playing it.
Oh yeah, I mean I totally agree. That's exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Go ahead and
memorize the deck list.
Go ahead and explain the 4-color money pile.
Yeah, so basically it's a Yorion deck. It's looking to abuse. Some lists are sweating away, but the Ephemerate and Solitude combinations, Ephemerate and Furies, Ice Fang Quaddles, just good enter the battlefield triggers. Then most importantly, it's playing Omnath. What is it? Locus of Creation.
Locus of Creation, yeah.
The new
4-color Omnath.
4-color Omnath.
Ah, good
Om-nom.
old full color.
So,
I'm
yeah.
not-
a bunch
I'm
of
not-
lands, plays Ren and 6 and Little Teferi. Ren to get the lands back. I played one of my feature matches. My opponent ran 6 fetch lands in a row off the top in order to stay alive.
Oh,
and
Wow.
yeah, so it was play a land, gain 4, he'd pass, on my turn, fetch, gain 4. So just, it was awful.
Yeah. It's not great, and it abuses the really fun interaction between Ephemerate and
Evoke?
Archaeomancer.
Oh,
So you can permanently just time warp forever.
Yep.
It's pretty miserable.
Man,
It's pretty
that's
miserable.
gross.
Yeah, if you-
I hate it. I'm gonna go take a shower.
Yeah,
now.
if you don't see it pretty much immediately, which is really hard to catch the first time you play the deck. It ruins your day.
So they're Archaeomancering Time Warp?
So what you do is you Ephemerate Archaeomancer, grab Time Warp, and then Ephemerate goes into Rebound. Right, you cast Time Warp, and then you rebound the
Ephemerate the next
Ephemerate.
turn.
in the next turn. Archaeomancer. The thing is, Ephemerate's already in the graveyard by the time Archaeomancer is asking you to choose a card. So you choose Ephemerate, and you Ephemerate and grab Time Warp and do that forever.
You.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah.
I played against the deck 3 times.
Oh no.
Yeah.
They're long, grindy matches.
They are. They
Um,
are.
I believe that. Ugh, that's gross. Ugh. Extra turns.
The 4-color mid-range
They're
mid-range was
delicious.
13th.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
There was a 5-color Asban
Abs-
smallpox.
Abs
at
and
ninth.
smallpox. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that guy was actually not playing Smallpox. He
Really?
registered a deck with an incorrect name. He was also playing 4-color Pile. I played
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those jerks.
I
Yeah.
see. I
That's
see.
that's the the true try to bamboozle people. I see
Yep.
how it is.
a lot of Luris.
Lots of lures.
Lots of
I
lures. So
see in the top 10 there are 3 Luris going around. 4. No, 4. Because the Hardened Scales
Yep.
oh yeah.
is up there.
Yeah, so
That was pretty wild.
yeah,
Hardened
that
Scales?
looked that
Hardened
looked
Scales. Yeah, that
wild.
was wild because for a while it's been kind of considered unplayable.
Mhm.
What was the card that bumped it up to playable?
There was no new cards in the list. So
No, there
It's just the meta
wasn't.
changed enough for it to be viable again. That's hilarious.
to be fair, Antonio, who piloted that deck, is probably one of the best Hardened Scales
Sure.
players to ever walk the face of the earth. He's very, very good. So
Yeah, no, this deck looks
that-
hilarious, and
well,
I
that
love
tells
it.
you how good your
Oh my god! And I mean hilarious in a really oh my god, this is fun.
yeah. Oh
like
no,
it's
looks
always
like a
it's
blast.
you know your format's going good when the metagame is healthy enough to bring back older decks with
Yeah.
no cards being changed.
Yep.
Yeah.
The meta just changed enough for it to finally come back.
Yeah. He had sideboard Prismatic Ending, but I think that was the newest card.
Wow.
Prismatic Ending's pretty good.
It's a-
Yeah, no,
I've heard that card is pretty good.
it's top notch.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard once or twice I've cursed God in all this information because of that card.
How
Once,
could you
once
let this get printed?
once or twice.
Listen, you don't get to be mad about things anymore ever since you gave me the first round buy on pre-release weekend.
You're welcome for that.
Yeah.
You're welcome for
Still
that.
went 3-1, so take that.
Yeah, well.
Anyways, but going forward, so all right, so top 8. Who was your first matchup in top 8?
Top 8. I don't remember the gentleman's name, but he was playing Burn.
Okay, so probably I'm guessing the Matt Davis.
So you went
Let's
So-
see.
to
Matt
so to
Davis,
understand how this works.
Mhm.
You went 6-0-2 to get into the top 8.
Yes, top 8 was played on day 2, so it was played Sunday. We played 8 rounds on Saturday, and then the top 8 played Sunday before the sealed event started.
So you did the first round in top 8 and won, right?
Yes.
And so then you were top 4.
Yep.
And then you were the third person to lose.
Yeah.
You lost and someone else lost, but
Yep.
they lost before you.
I had a better day 1 record than they did.
Okay,
Gotcha.
cool. I'm just trying to understand how it works.
Did you
Yep.
go against Hardened Scales on that next day, or what did you go against?
Yep, that was actually my loss. Was Antonio who won the
wow,
tournament? He was
nice.
my semifinal matchup.
Wow.
Okay.
So,
Hey, you can't be mad about that. You're like, okay, you'd
Yeah,
rather
I
lose.
lost to the guy who won it
won.
all, so
Yeah.
that's a fair one to lose to.
yeah, exactly.
it's a good loss.
Yeah, I lost to the best player there. So all right, okay.
Yeah, the
I
other guy lost to the guy
guess,
that got
I guess.
second, which
Yeah.
is great.
No.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Yes, I mean, it sounds like it was a bunch of fun.
Oh, it was a blast.
All right, that's awesome. So going forward, I mean, obviously we have. I think the next one is Star City Games Indy coming up. Are you going
this
to that one?
weekend is actually going to be NRG Chicago.
Oh, NRG. I forgot
Yep.
about that one. Yeah. Okay.
you going?
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's team trios. I'm playing Legacy. So
Ooh.
What is Legacy?
Reanimator.
Ooh.
Colin, you have never been more attractive to me.
Yeah.
And just like that, Happy is looking for divorce lawyers.
I mean,
Yeah, no, I love
depending on
reanimating.
depending
I
on
love
how that
reanimating.
legacy goes, we'll probably shout it out.
Yeah,
Next time.
definitely. Yeah, let us
Yeah.
know how that goes.
Yeah,
be
we'll at least shout you out,
Yeah,
depending
for
on
sure.
where you get. Obviously,
Yeah,
Yeah, listen,
gotta be top 3.
Yeah, give me
listen,
4.
you got to be second now. We had you at third place. If you don't get second, just don't even bother, man. Don't come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll
Just don't
start it
even.
next week. Colin went to the legacy tournament,
Scrub
and
that out.
on to us.
So this gentleman who no longer exists in our minds did terrible.
And 1-4 drop.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Ugh. Oh man. So obviously there are multiple dates. Did you do anything else other than the modern tournament, or?
Yeah, we did the sealed tournament the next day as well. I'm competing in the whole tournament circuit, this NRG series, so I'll be going to all the events.
Sweet.
Cool.
How'd you do in the sealed?
I got 31st, so made payout. It was interesting. My round 5 opponent was disqualified and then removed from the venue.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That was probably the highlight of the weekend.
Wait,
right
what
there.
happened?
do you
Yeah.
know what happened?
He was reported earlier on for looking at decks as he shuffled them. When he would cut his opponent's decks.
Ooh,
I see.
So we sat down for round. I lost my first round of the day, so I was like, oh, this is gonna be a hard one. Won 3 more, and then going into round 5, my opponent, I cut his deck. He was cutting mine. He picked mine up, starts to shuffle. A judge ran over, was like, stop right now. I was like, oh, like something on fire.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
oh God, do we
Do
have
I need to
do we have
evacuate?
to evacuate?
There
Yeah,
was
yeah.
such intensity behind it, and they had about 5 minutes later, they pulled him aside. Head judge, tournament organizer. About 15 minutes later, they came over to me and like, well, your opponent's being disqualified for looking at cards. I felt kind of bad. I didn't see him do anything. I told the judges I didn't see him do anything, but they said they've been watching him and previous incidents.
Well, he probably knew they were watching at certain points. So he probably
Sure.
tried to like dial it back or stop. But
Yeah.
so you're saying as he was shuffling, he was looking at what cards were in your sealed deck.
That's what the judge said. I didn't see him
Ooh.
do that, so I can't vouch.
Some people
but-
are very good at it.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
Some people are very, very good at that. I know with my Star City Games Philly, when I went up there for the standard one, I had an opponent that I was pretty sure was kind of doing the same thing, or at least had something different with their decks. So they double sleeve their decks. A lot of people do that. It's common to double sleeve your decks, especially if you're using Dragon Shield. Sometimes it gets a little too thin
Yes.
on those sleeves, so having the shadowed inner sleeve helps a lot.
Helps to
Yeah.
shuffle.
Helps to shuffle and not be called out for cheating.
Yeah.
Um,
If you're using red sleeves, you should have a shadowed inner sleeve.
It's
for
why
sure.
I try to have mine with designs on them, because you can't see through the designs most of the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
But I've been double sleeving more or less now. But my experience, which was really funny, was it was round 5. Round 6. I was 3-1-1. And I had just drew with Tamir Reclamation. I got paired with another Tamir Reclamation.
Oh.
And I'm playing Azorius Control at this point. This was like Dream Trawler and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Going through playing it, and he gets me game 1. He looks like he has a couple twitches here and there. I'm like, whatever, it's fine. But he's super annoying. And I see judges kind of watching because they received complaints about him earlier, and he shuffle. He's just shuffling my deck super fast, so I'm not keeping up. I'm also a little fatigued. I'm shuffling his deck, get his all cut up and everything, go through, and I had Birth of Melitus out,
Yeah.
Enchantment out, go through there, and I have to tick it up, but before I do, I'm like, all right, I mentally misstepped, and I'm like, crap, I forgot to do my trigger. But it's fine. I cast an instant spell to draw cards. And he goes, Judge, sorry, I have to do this. Judge. And Judge comes over and he goes, and I can just see the look of, it's you again.
Yeah.
It's pretty quick
And he's
after.
like, he missed his trigger with Birth of Melitus. And he goes, okay, rewind, what happened? I said, yep, nope, I casted an instant, and he called the judge because I casted the instant before the trigger. And because you got to kind of defend yourself too, because
Yeah.
if you see you technically made a legal play, you just didn't properly call it out.
Yeah.
Then that's fair. That happens, especially when you're in a long tournament.
Yep.
The judge looks at it, looks at me, looks at him, and goes, okay, this is how I'm ruling this. He played an instant spell. I'm not going to give him a warning for that because you can cast it at that point.
Yeah.
That trigger can be on the stack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, keep an eye out. And I said, okay, yeah, no problem. That's fine. That's literally what I'm doing. Then I made the wall. I still lost, but still, it was that kid. Like that kid got watched on tremendously.
Yeah.
Just because of how he was shuffling, how he was doing certain callouts and everything, and the fact that Judge was like the first words out of his mouth that entire day. So it was, that's, I always find it exciting when you're at major tournaments like that, and you're dealing, and you hear the judge call, you're like, oh crap, who screwed up? Like you want the drama. I'm like, I just want the drama. The drama.
Yeah.
Because it's so awesome watching some dramatic things unfold in major Magic
It is
tournaments.
fun, especially after a long day of playing. Like you're saying, you're like, ooh, good, fun stuff.
Ooh, what's going on? Especially when you're kind of involved a little bit. Because like for your case, like, ooh, is my opponent? What did he do? Who did he shank?
I'm sitting looking up at the clock, like 30 minutes left. I'm like, everyone else is playing. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, you're like, this feels wrong. What am I doing?
I had one of the level 1 judges come over, like, where's your opponent? And I was like, over there.
He's talking with other judges. I don't know.
He
They're
looks, he's like,
handcuffing him or
it's him.
something.
He goes and goes, oh, okay, you're fine. He just walks away.
That's my view, man. That's
That's my beat. I apologize. Can I get you anything? You need
Need a water.
You need a drink? You know, need something like that? Have you been hydrated today? But no, that's great, man. It sounds like you had a lot of fun. Sounds like you did really well. So that's awesome.
Yeah, it was a good weekend.
Awesome.
So it's always nice when you have fun and you do well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
For
definitely, definitely. So you're going to NRG Chicago this weekend doing Legacy.
Yep.
Are you gonna do probably gonna do like another sealed or something like that? Probably.
The Sunday 5K is modern event.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
Back in my wheelhouse.
Nice.
I'm not a sealed player by any means.
No, I feel that. What are you playing for the modern 5K?
It's probably going to be Crashing Footfalls again.
Cool.
I got experience with the deck, but I do need to switch the list. I didn't like this one.
Okay.
So let's hear what your thoughts on it are. What
are
you
the thoughts on the
switch
list?
it to? What do you want to do?
So before the Milwaukee weekend, Living End had a very successful week on Magic Online. It was like 6 or 7 5-0 leagues with Living End, a couple different variants. So I decided to I had originally 3 Endurance in the sideboard. I brought 1 into the main board, and I cut my Cryptic command. I brought in Bone Crusher Giants.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
probably fair.
Yeah,
That's
so
fair.
I figured once again, Hammer Time, Shadow plays the monkeys and the DRCs. Bringing in small creature removal is just more helpful.
Oh yeah.
So we thought that was good, and I was trying out the Boseiju.
Yeah.
I figured this seems great. Once again, the big problematic cards for Rhinos is Engineered Explosives, Chalice of the Void, and Voidmere.
Yeah.
It's those artifacts that prevent me from casting my free
It's a
spell.
2 mana blow it up. That ain't bad, man.
2 mana, blow it up on a land. The entire event, I did not channel it a single time. So it was kind of an unfetchable forest. Never got caught with 2 in hand. Luckily, I registered 2 for the tournament. But we're going to cut at least down to 1. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to leave 1 in there just because it's good.
Yeah.
But switch the mana base. I cut a breeding pool for one of them, and I had a couple events or a couple games where I wanted a second breeding pool. And I couldn't fetch it.
Yeah, no, I could. Definitely. No, I'm just saying, but yeah, definitely the second breeding pool. Yeah, I could definitely see you just switching that around to steal the 1 Boseiju, 2 breeding pools at that point for the land base at least. That's definitely good, and I definitely can understand the Cryptic command. I feel like that's a little bit harder on mana than you are going to with the Bone Crusher, and you're probably going to be running into minis all day.
Yes.
You want to get rid of. So no, that's cool. Any other changes you're thinking about doing, or like?
Not at the moment. I've almost thought about adding another Prismari command or something. I think more people are going to sleeve up Hardened Scales for the weekend.
Yeah.
So it didn't seem like a great matchup. I think I just need a little bit more experience with it.
Okay.
So.
Cool
Sweet.
deal. That's awesome, man. Well, we're gonna wish you the best of luck in Chicago, man. Like, I hope you do well. Yeah, I hope you do well, man. So after Chicago, what's the next thing in your list that you want to do?
So we're thinking about SAG Con. I think me and my wife are just going to go play side events
Sure.
for the week. I think it's just a little bit too much to go 4 tournaments in a row because 2 weeks after that, we're down in Fort Wayne for another. It's a 20K for Modern and a 10K for Legacy.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, because I know I'm probably gonna be at Star City Games Con Indianapolis.
Cool.
I'll probably do the Pioneer 5K for me.
Yeah.
So I'm getting ready for that, and my brain is like melting. So
They did just release NRG Season 2. It's going to be the next 4 events after April.
Okay.
There are, I believe, I might be misspeaking, but there are 3 Pioneer events for that.
Look at Pioneer.
Look at
Yeah.
Pioneer.
I watched
her.
Saffron Olive play Mr. Plow in Pioneer.
Yes,
and he wiped the Hardened Scales deck. Wiped him.
Oh, yeah.
He lost the first game, but as soon as he brought in the stuff from his sideboard, he couldn't handle it anymore. Taking you know, what, 19 damage by turn 3 is a little excessive
That's
at
a-
certain points.
That's hilarious.
Dude, the new mechs from Kamigawa are insane.
Oh yeah.
The Surge Hacker for extra removal,
Mm-hmm.
just in general, like
Yeah.
is just a great addition for the Mr. Plow deck in general.
Oh yeah. Your
So-
pilot for 1 mana that crews equal to 4. I think.
Yeah,
it is.
he's
Yeah.
running
Oh.
the giant oxes because they crew
Yep.
almost anything.
Yes.
Running the 2 mana spell that crews everything,
Yep.
and then running the ingenious guy that crews for 2 over his power.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And it's also a 1-mana 2/1, which is traditionally pretty friggin'
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
pretty good, just
Yeah.
a little good.
Yeah,
Little
I
bit.
mean, like the one white, what is it, Savannah Lions or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
From like Revised was
Yep.
like, I mean, one of the most played cards for a long, long,
Oh,
long,
yeah.
long time,
Oh,
just
yeah.
because
I mean,
it's just so
to
good.
your vehicles, it's a 1 mana 4/1.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean,
exactly. Yeah, it's pretty good.
And then you
really
run
is.
the
pretty good.
ingenious to be able to search up more
Yep.
vehicles
Ingenious
as you
Smith,
keep going.
yeah.
It gets real fun. It,
Oh,
it
yeah.
looked great, and he was having a blast playing it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
It's a $60 deck.
Yeah.
That's doing real well.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh man.
go vehicles, man.
Go vehicle.
Oh yeah. But yeah, no, yeah. We'll definitely have to. You have to let us know how it goes in Chicago. Let us
Yeah.
know how that goes.
We'll definitely shout you out on
Oh
the next
yeah,
episode
for sure.
based on how you do. So
Yeah.
But
I
awesome.
got 180th.
You gotta- hey, listen. As long as
goes
you have
that way
fun,
sometimes.
it does.
Yeah,
It really
it do
does.
be like that
Sometimes it do
sometimes.
that
Be
way.
like,
I literally, my last time playing Pioneer, I did an IQ for Pioneer. It was right before the COVID stuff happened. I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'm gonna play Bant Spirits because that was really good.
Great deck.
And I'm like, okay, cool. So my worst matchups are the Mirror, Mono Red. Those are my 2 worst matchups.
Mono red stuff.
First 2 matchups, Mono Red and the Mirror. And I go, well, I'm 0-2. This is wonderful. This is not going well. Then I won my next 3 in a row. And I'm like, okay, hold up.
We're back in it.
We're back in it. We're all right. Last round, I go against a Gruul deck that should have not been there. And my deck going, nah, you've been here enough. Go 3-3, you loser.
They did the Kevin Costner Superman.
No.
No.
Basically, that's literally what happened. But that's how it goes. But man, thank you for coming on today. I think we're gonna wrap it up here because this was basically the whole episode here, just talking about interview stuff, all that good stuff. So we will be back next week to talk about some more news and stuff like that going on. We'll also update you on how Colin did over the weekend. So we'll wish you the best of luck there again. So yeah, guys, that's been the MTG.
Hold on. One
Yeah,
more question
go
before
on.
we go. Do you think Lure should be banned?
I'm not opposed to it.
Okay, cool. That's
No.
it. That's it. That's it. I just wanted to stir the pot a little bit. Just a little bit.
Why'd you stir it now?
Because
Because I want to explore that. Wait, why should Lurus be banned? Hang on.
why should lures be banned? Okay.
Tell me why.
All right. Sure. I actually don't really know. I think Lurus is fine, but a lot of people are really angry that he's still here.
Colin, opinion.
Yeah, so I don't think from a power level it's too powerful. I think it restricts deck building. We've got a lot of people that play it, and they'll be real honest. I don't like playing it, but it's the right thing to do. Because Lurus Bobble takes over the game, Engineered Explosives beats Rhinos.
Yeah.
So there's little interactions that you can do that are good sometimes that'll run away with something in a top card war.
Oh, wow.
But overall, I think power level wise, I think it's fine.
I think he's fine.
I'm playing 4 Fury, it's fine.
Oh yeah. I don't see an issue with Lurus.
Yeah, I think Lurus is fine, but
I
people
mean,
are just really
especially
angry
after
at his
after
ubiquity.
they like fixed how companions work. 'Cause
Oh, well,
beforehand, it
because-
would have been terrible.
Sure, yeah. Before Lurus should be the most banned card, should be Power 9,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
But now he's fine. He's fine.
He's right.
He's perfectly acceptable.
I remember when they didn't had that fixed. But anyways, but yeah. So we're gonna wrap it there. So we will be back next week to discuss news, let you know how Colin did and all that good stuff. But I've been Andrew,
I'm happy.
And I'm Elijah.
And I'm Colin.
and this has been the MTG Rundown. We'll be back next week, guys. Have a good one.